So this is the first of our teams. This is Clyde Valley Flyers. They're being led away by Heather McLean with her working sheepdog Chance, or Mooey. Lovely young dog this, and it's an agility champion. Went to the European Championships last year and gained some tremendous experience. I said to her today how much she's improved and the dog's improved. Lots of encouragement from Heather. Sharp turn off that long jump, kept it up.
We should say the first point where she could have made the big errors, she got absolutely right. This is where they could make the final error. Going round, not into the tunnel.
Oh, she didn't step forward enough.
Not over the board. She wanted to go over the dog walk, through the tunnel and out. That's a good time to pass the baton. Next to go.
Oh, he's having a scratch.
Vicky, what more should have had that before you came into the ring?
Well, the dog stopped on the course. Under FCI rules, that would be a fault, but not under our rules. As long as she didn't touch the dog deliberately, or touch it, so
it's called
that's fine.
This working cocker.
He's a bit steadier than the first one.
He is, just a little bit. He's not sure what he's doing there. Mind, big rain, big crowd.
Absolutely.
Probably 5,000 people in here, which is tremendous.
And they're making a lot of noise.
Slow. This is slow. Clyde Valley slow walkers, never mind the flyers.
Well, there are only 4 teams in it, Peter, so anything can happen. She's doing her best, I think, to...
He thinks he's doing very well. It's being accurate. And you say it's not all about
he's quite happy.
speed.
It isn't.
We're looking good. Nicely on top.
Oh, so that's...
Don't jump in! Oh, elimination.
So that's a refusal for 5 faults and 100.
That's 100. What a shame.
All is not lost. Keep an eye on your dog.
Hand over the baton and away they go. Tricia Elms with Jazz. Come from West Calder.
Cal Jazzy, Reet Petite, very experienced pairing this.
Nice little miniature poodle.
Look at that, ears going everywhere.
This is the medium team, incidentally. It's why all these dogs are fairly small. The long jump, not quite as long as it might be. The jump's not quite as high as they might be.
And the jumps are all set at 450 millimetres, in case you're interested.
I'm very interested.
And there you go.
This is correct.
Boxing to
Now
turn.
into
Now
the
you see,
tunnel,
that's
yes.
nicely done.
This is a good one. And 150 at the turnover there in terms of time. And with another miniature poodle with Michelle Henderson. This is Riley.
Picking up the refusal on the A-frame. First time at Crufts for this dog. So again, a big ask. Fantastic to see so many people in this afternoon, Peter, supporting them.
Wonderful, isn't it?
Lots of encouragement, that's what you want. It's got to be fun for the dog, that's what it's all about. Nice turn. They must make contact with the white bit on the way up and on the way down. Nicely done. Now she needs to block the end of the dog walk. There we go.
Beautifully done.
Yep,
That really
that's
was
the way
neat.
to do it.
This is the end. That's
well
it.
done.
196.86 with 113 faults.
So that's what they need to be.
113.
There you go, look at this, nice control on the seesaw before they send it away. This is Chance you're seeing here. And then we're going to have a little scratch.
So we've got the Aberdeen Class Act, our next team. 4 members again. Linda Cummings has got her Patterdale Terrier, Sweep. Nice little dog, but it's an elderly one, 11 years old. They come from Durham.
6-year competing at Crufts, so he's obviously done very, very well. She said he's slowing down a bit now. He's 11 years of age, but a fantastic advert, Peter, as to how fit and healthy it can keep your dog by doing this sport.
Absolutely. I believe he was actually knocked over at the end of last year, so no wonder he's slowing down a little bit. But he's got a
little bit of leeway with the other team, because the other team had a sort of dog that was quite steady in it as well. Changing behind.
Well, it's accurate. No faults yet. So this is good. This is very good.
So the handler having to avoid the tunnel as well. That's not adding to the
little vocal
easiest.
dog barking away there.
Now run, leave him, go on.
Good boy,
Yeah, he's
Sweet.
picking up speed now, well done.
I know, it's a good
I'm going to
round.
hand over now to Alistair
Yeah,
Bailey.
They were slow. This is Molly with a whippet cross. This is a 7.5-year-old dog. Fourth time they've been to Crufts. They've qualified for every medium team final since it began, together with fellow team members.
Yep, they were runners-up last year, Peter, so he says he hopes to go just one better this year. Alistair, quite an experienced competitor.
Nice
So
little
just picking up
cross.
5 there. You see the judge just thought about the seesaw decision, picked up 5 thoughts for not tipping the seesaw correctly. There we go, covering that dog walk. Now get away from him, Alistair. Go on. Well done.
It's a good one. 90. Oh, it's a good time. Just 5 plus 5 at the moment. Kevin McIntosh and Scamp with the working cocker. Come from Inverurie. Lovely part of Britain, that. Aberdeenshire.
See Kevin.
A bit cold and snowy from time to time. Nice and warm here in the arena today.
See Kevin trying to stay in front of the dog as much as he can. You see him struggling to get in front, but why he's staying in front? Because the dog can see him at all times, Peter.
And this is a quick dog, so he's got to be on his toes, hasn't he?
Yep. All about
Working
communication.
cocker. Having a wonderful time of its life.
5 on the end of the dog walk there.
This is good. 10 faults in total. They're doing well, though, as a team. Very well. Can they complete it now with Gary Cummings with another Patterdale? And this is a faster Patterdale, a much younger Patterdale than the first one. This is a bitch, Ellie, 6 years old.
And an agility champion, so you know it's going to be good. Look at that speed through there, absolutely fantastic. Has he got the control on the seesaw, which is what the obstacle's all about? Very nicely done. He's opting to turn behind 15. He stays the other side to the way that most of them are gone.
Contact point and does. Oh, missed the
5,
contact
yep, good
point.
decision.
Spoke too soon. But
It's still going to be good.
24.26 in penalties in total, 174.26 in total.
And that is going to give them a good chance, Peter,
A
because
very good chance
everybody
indeed.
else now knows what they've got to beat. But I think this team that's coming in now did really well this morning. So if anybody's got a chance, theirs as good as any. A lot of experience in this team.
The Rough and Smooth Collie Training Association, the Rough and the Smooth, that's what they call themselves. But here we've got Gene Tuck with Scott. This is a Sheltie, so I suppose it qualifies in some form like a sheepdog, but not quite. Actually, is it? No, it's not. It's a duck toll. It's a Norwegian duck toll in this, isn't it? Looking at that. It is. It's not. No Sheltie there. It's a duck toll.
Yeah, I think it is a duck toll. I think they've got the wrong breed down on here, but it's definitely not a Sheltie.
Nova Scotia duck tolling retriever, that one. Now this is a Sheltie.
And this is Gene Tuck.
This is Gene Tuck with Scott.
Mindock Minstrel for Craig Hill.
Fourth time here.
Pushing through
Crufts,
the...
and they also appeared in the breed ring. So it's obviously a fine pedigree dog. 5 years old.
Oh, a bit of a wide turn there, but no fault. She's got to keep going. Again,
Seems
crossing
clear
behind.
so far. Well, we were in a bit of a mix-up about the first one.
Pulling the dog round. Now she needs to go away towards the finish. That's nicely done. Now she's handed over to Amanda Spinks
With a toy poodle, Twix. Twix is 10 years old. They're putting up a good time here at the moment. Mustn't speak too soon, but they're going well. They're quite quick.
I just hope you haven't put the kiss of death on them, Peter, but as you say, they're going really well. Now, which way is she going to stay? She opts to come to the left of the seesaw. The previous dog went the other side, so there are different ways of handling these courses. Now she has to cross behind the dog. Never advisable, but she did it really nicely. Look at the handler hanging back, just saying to the dog, you get that. She wants a clear round. That's what this is going to be won on, clear round.
Gave it no chance to go over the dog walk then. Perfect handling. At the end there, good time, 133, 134 seconds as they change over. And we've got another duck tower this time. This is Amanda Hampson from Stoke-on-Trent with Rogue, 4 years old, and they've got 5.
However, Amanda is a real good anchor person. She's a tremendously experienced international competitor, Peter. If anybody can hold it together and keep the score down to a minimum, it's going to be Amanda, I hope.
The speed round the course, they are doing very well indeed.
But it's controlled as well.
They're going to have the fastest time so far.
Team competitions are about lack of faults. Come on, Amanda.
And they're getting a few time faults there. 170.7, they're in the lead.
170.70, that's the time to beat.
They're looking up at the screen there, checking their time.
And there we see our last duck tower going round there.
And we've got some pictures here of the team going round.
All teams obviously do, but that was a super rated grounds to watch. We have the English Shetland Sheepdog.
And this is the last team, Peter.
It is. And this is the English Shetland Sheepdog Club. They're all Shelties this time, so we can't make a mistake with that. I must say, I was just looking at my notes on who should have been the first dog, and it was supposed to be a Sheltie, but it ended up being a duck tower.
I think it was, but we got there in the end, Peter.
We did.
Didn't affect the result.
It didn't affect the result. But how good are the ESSC?
They're pretty good, Peter. Mixture of experience here, but you can't have anybody more experienced than Bernadette Bay.
And Zen is her dog. 6 times they've represented Great Britain. That's some good going, so you know them very well, Graham.
Absolutely, she's trying out again for both the European and the World teams this year. And we'll just have to see how she goes, but a benefit to having any team, Peter.
It's nice control. She has to hold the dog, doesn't she, for these contact points,
well,
make sure it makes them.
We said earlier on, these team competitions are going to be won with clear rounds. They know if they can do 4 clears within the course time, they're going to win it.
Oh, she looked like she almost forgot to take the baton then, a little bit slow on the changeover. Here we go with another Sheltie.
Eleanor Balkin.
Obviously, this is Eleanor Balkin with Schmo. This is a 3-year-old dog. Sheldrace Smoke on the Water.
The Balkin family, husband does it, children do it. It's an agility family.
Keep it in the family. Jumped off the seesaw too soon. They got 5. That has to drop. They have to wait for it to weight down. Ideally, the seesaw should have touched the ground before the dog leaves it.
That's the rule. And as I say, what would happen in the wild if they felt something move under them? They jump off it. So it's a test of confidence, Peter. Here we go.
Good turnover though. Good changeover. They only got 5 as a team. Timing looks good. This is Lena Greeno with Tyler. They come from Henlow in Bedfordshire. 6.5-year-old Sheltie, this one.
So they can only afford, I think I'm correct in saying, 1 more fault or 5 faults.
They don't want any more. They don't want any more, but the time's good. They're quick. These little Shelties do cover the ground quickly.
I don't think time's going to be an issue, as I say. Can they just hold their nerve?
Faultless, this particular pairing.
This is where experience will come in. This is the anchor dog now for this team. It's all to play for.
Leanne Knight with Saturn, 5-year-old Sheltie from Mitcham in Surrey. Second time at Crufts for these two.
You wouldn't want to be running the last dog in a team
that's going so well.
Yes, the nerves will be jangling.
Oh, can I keep it together, she's thinking. And the dog keep it together.
It's concentration at this point, Peter.
I'm amazed that these dogs do concentrate so well with such a
another 5.
They didn't get off their time, so 10's going to make a bit of difference to them. How are they doing for time? Oh, refusal on the dog walk. Over the dog walk. There's a second refusal. Get it right. It's a 3rd one.
And
It's an
3
elimination.
is the
100
elimination.
faults. Well, just what we were talking about before the event of how you can get that elimination. 3 refusal actually on the same obstacle that they finished there. They've got 100 to add, so they're out of it, and it will mean that the Rough and the Smooth are going to win this. The Rough and Smooth Collie Trading Association, with their mixture of Nova Scotia duck tolling retrievers, a Sheltie and something else.
I did say they had a good chance, but you have to feel for Liam there. I mean, she's getting a hug there from her teammates, but they'll be doing their best to make sure that she doesn't feel too bad about it. But as you say, she must be feeling dreadful.
The dog appeared to lose concentration. It just wasn't paying attention. And it happened. There it goes.
There you go.
Just seeing it again, coming round.
Here we go.
Here's the
Just
second
watch.
refusal.
And look at her. If you look at her hands are right down. Look, she's pointing to the side.
Wrong.
Yep.
Dog didn't do it right. Barely a refusal,
Never mind.
but it was one. It happens.
That's
They'll
right.
fight another day.
Yep.
2 duck tollers and a toy poodle.
Getting their medals and rosettes from Judge Nancy Hudson.
She said a good course. It provided all the challenges you expected.
You have to be a good judge to judge here. It's as I say, what makes a good course is always subjective, Peter, but very good, excellent course, good competition, proves it in the way it ran. Look at them, they're really pleased.
Bits, aren't they? Yes, absolutely thrilled. And there next to them are our team from a long way from Scotland, the Aberdeen Class Act. They're the runners-up. They'll be happy with that.
Well,
They'd like to have won
second year in a row they've been runner-up, Peter.
All right, not that happy with it. It shows consistency.
It will spur them up. No. They won't be too happy about it. But they'll hopefully, as I said earlier on, Peter, you have to take the positives out of everything you do.
Absolutely.
And it might just spur them on to make sure they're back in this final again next year. And just
those little
try again.
Patterdales have got some attitude, haven't they? The old one and the young one.
Absolutely.
Or the younger one, I should say.